Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Running back searching for a hole. Across the 25, he's got room. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud, the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Harris back to pass. Coming after him. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. They're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. We're able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Using the quick game. No chance to run, but still a good game.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you know you're not going to...
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Razorbacks! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Florida! Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, let's recap that top 5 matchup that just went final moments ago. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's...
Pulls it in on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And they got him for the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Harris will throw. They're working that left side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal, they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. And the Gators have enough for the first down. Offense, quick tempo.
And I don't care where you're at on the field. 4th and inches, I like me. I like my chances of getting...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gators. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ncaa ready to send out this offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To throw, it's Provo. Makes his connection. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got the quick pass. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Alexander. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Going up top on 1st down. Looking for space to the left. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Harris back to pass. Feeling some heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Touchdown, Florida! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on him. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wide receiver shows motion. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got his man on the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Pocket starts to collapse. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Now on the move. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat still coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. The short hands. It's Alexander. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Send that offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw. It's Provo. He makes the connection. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Okay, Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it fly. Fires into traffic. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Fair catch called for and made. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want him to be physical.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Off play action on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Got room at the 35. Afterburners coming. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Buffalo. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Leaves it with the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. He wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Provo. He's going to take off. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
He finds his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Harris will throw. Pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Wants to throw on second down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
That's a really good play by the defense, playing deep to shallow. My job is to stay as deep as the deepest. Make sure I don't get beat deep. If they throw it underneath, I go make a tackle and rally, but I can't give up those deep shots. Great job by the DB.
Second down coming up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Harris back to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Gators! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Looking to pass on second down. He looks that one in nicely. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback moving. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Back to throw, it's Provo. He's got it down the middle. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quarterback checking off. He's back to throw on second down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. You can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Coffee. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
They'll put the tight end in motion. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Harris will throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gators have this offense rolling. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Provo. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. 1st down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's open on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They not only need to pick up this 1st down, they need to do it quickly, David.
And they got some yards on 3rd down, so now the 4th down is a little bit easier. But late in the ball game, man, it's go time. We need points. We've got to get back in this football game.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. The completion well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
To the air, it's Provo. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
On the move is the 30. All kinds of running room. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meat, and coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Back to pass, it's Provo. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. He'll take another shot here. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.